Hi guys, you're welcome to the Studios. This is another Android programming tutorial package. We'll be talking about material design in details. Material design is a comprehensive guide for visual, motion, and interaction design across platforms and devices. Android provides some elements for you to build material design apps. A new theme, new widgets for complex views, new APIs for custom shadows and animations. In this series, we'll be looking at different material design models like material themes, the list and cards, which is the recycler view, view shadows, animations, and drawable. Firstly, let's talk about Android material theme. So we're going to set up the material theme and I'm going to show you how to go about this. The material theme provides a new style for your app. It has a new system widget that lets you set their color palette and default animations for touch, feel, and you can also use it for different activity and transition. So we'll be moving straight to Android Studio, whereby we're going to create a new Android Studio project, and we're going to actually integrate the material design theme into this analysis. So right there, we're going to start a new project by clicking on this section to start a new Android Studio project. So we're going to give an application name. Let's call it material theme. Scope, come the Delaware Studios, the material theme. That's the package name. It sits in the Android Studio project material theme. That's great. Go next. So it's going to use a minimum SDK of API 15, which is ice cream sandwich. That's the minimum. And you can as well use Wear, TV, Auto, and Glass, but we're sticking to the phone and tablet. Click next. So we're going to select an empty activity. So click next. Now we have the activity name, main activity, and the XML activity underscore main. So you click on finish to set up this workflow. Quite fast. Now we have the structure, we have the main activity, and we're going to wait for it to build. And we have the drawable, the layout. Right there in the layout, we have the activity main XML. So the first modification that we'll be doing to make the material theme appealing is we go to the colors, which sits in the values, colors.xml. So we're going to modify the color, and we're going to add more tweak to it. We're going to maintain the color primary, the color primary dark, the color accent, and now we're going to add something of this nature, or we can easily modify the color primary. Let's modify it to suit our own taste. Something of 03 A 9F 4, something of light blue. Now for the dark, let's modify this to 02 88 D1. That's a darker blue. And the color accent, let's modify this to 00 BCD 4. Yeah, that's fine. Now we're going to be adding some other color names. The first one will be let me just copy this because we'll continue to replicate some list of colors. Now we're changing to the window background. So we're going to create a window background. Window background. Let's assign the color to this. which is going to be white, FFF. So you can decide to give your background, your window a background. You can decide to give it gray, you can decide to give it anything you feel like. Let's assign a navigation bar color. So I'm going to change this to navigation bar color. So what should we assign to the navigation bar? Let me assign 0288D1. That's a thicker blue. And let's give a status bar color, which is still so what we're going to assign here, let's assign something of 0288D1, the same thing we have for the navigation bar. The last one is going to be the text color primary. Text color primary. So let's assign F4, 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 something very light gray. So you have to use a color blend. Don't give multiple colors to your background or to your application. This is going to form a sort of color rioting. Try to use the blend, the shades, different shades of color. If you notice, the major color here is just blue and white, but we have different shades of blue and some shades of white. So that's just it. From here, we're going to look at the styles.xml. Let's get to look at the styles.xml. We're going to actually modify this. We're using the theme app compact, but I will be using the theme material light dark action bar. So I'll actually need to change this to the material. Or let's just still maintain the app compact, since we're using the app compact theme. But I'm going to modify the colors. I need to customize the theme. We'll maintain the color primary, which we've gotten from the colors. Also, we have the color primary dark, we have the color accent. Now we're going to add the window background and the other functionalities. Let's add the window background. We call item name, of course. So for that, called Android window background. So we're going to assign it to the color, which is actually use the @ color and / the window background. You can see it over there. So that's the first item. Now you can as well just copy this out, because we're going to be creating a couple of items. Paste this out there. Now this is going to change to the navigation bar color. Navigation bar color, see it over there, and the color will be navigation bar color. Let's go. Navigation, Android navigation bar color. Okay, this requires API level 21. We're going to change this appropriately, no problem with that. We have for the status bar color. Let's get to change that as well. And it's going to point it where? Status bar. They all requires API 21, which is the lollipop. So we'll get to do that, no problem with that. Now we're going to add the last one, which is the text color primary. Text color primary. We'll point it to where the text color primary. Now we need to effect this. It needs API 21. We go to our Gradle, the build Gradle, the minimum SDK 21, which is lollipop. Synchronize Gradle, and it's going to actually set it right there. So let's go back to the rest values, which is the styles. Can you see it's all gone? So from here, we'll go back to our layout to just do some little UI. So we'll go back to the activity main. Now we have it there. Now we need to go to our manifest to make sure it's using the app theme. That's fine. And the material theme. That's okay. Back to our colors. Back to styles. Strings. Oh, fine. Let's do some UI tweak here. Let's just add the radio button. Let's add the radio button somewhere here, and the lists, or let's say text field, which is actually going to be email. And password. It's just demo content. No problem with that. Let's go back to our So never mind about the rendering problems. It's actually right intact. These are just little plugins that are missing, but I'll be showing this in an emulator so you get to see the flow of how this application actually looks like, you know. So we have it right there. Can you see the theme? So that's the material theme, where you have the navigation bars, you have the status bar color. Let's get to this top layer is the status bar color, you know, which also houses the color primary dark. And we have the color primary dark also here, and we have the text color primary, which is actually picking the material theme. That's the text color primary. And we have the window background, which is set to white. If we decide to change this color to something different, you get to see a different window background. And we have the radio button, where we have if you notice, we have the color accent, which is this particular line, blue. No, that's the color accent. And the last but not the least is the navigation bar color. This sitting right below. There's the navigation bar color, and you have the application theme. This is the material theme, and it's actually applicable to the Android API 21, which is the Android lollipop. You know, I'll be talking about other modules where we talk about the recycler view, the card transition, we talk about the touch effect, and so on in material design. Catch me up in my next tutorial. Don't go anywhere. Always subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.